So Vince Staples just literally like right now dropped his self-titled record, Vince Staples. Now I gotta admit, I'm not the biggest Vince Staples listener because I haven't really listened to a single Vince Staples record. Yeah, I know it's quite surprising. I mean, I'm like just almost blindfolded going into the album. Well, not necessarily because I did listen to the two lead singles for this album, which was Law of Averages and I forgot the other one, but it has some sort of question. Law of Averages was actually a pretty cool track. I enjoyed the beat. Oh my god, that beat was wavy. It for some reason it reminded me like Frank Ocean with the sampling and just the weirdness. But I also did like the lyrics. I think there was some humor in it. Calling these bad bitches, as he calls them, the bad bitches, the bad girls, averages, and how he's not going to spend cash on them, which, smart move. The second track I wasn't that fond of. I mean, it wasn't bad or anything. I don't know. I just think that it was a bit too short and it should have been a bit longer. I don't know. I just feel like the song wasn't fully developed as the previous song, which ironically, the previous song was like 2 minutes and 14 seconds. But yeah, as I said, I'm pretty new to Vince Staples. This record is basically the first record I'm going to hear from Vince Staples. I'm kind of excited. I'm pretty hyped. As I said, the two singles were actually pretty interesting. I kind of have a little bit of a high hope for this one because it's been like 3 or 4 years since Vince Staples has dropped anything. I mean, judging from his last record, which is FM, which I think dropped in 2018ish. Yeah, I think it's almost been like 3 years or something, I presume. And also, yeah, this setup might seem a little bit weird. I usually use this setup whenever I'm recording reviews or just like, I don't know, sort of commentary-esque type of videos. I'm trying out this new setup, I sort of want the higher quality because I've been noticing the videos that the quality is a bit, I guess, mumbo jumbo since I've been using the webcam and stuff. But I'm just testing this thing out. If it doesn't work out, then I'm probably going to switch to the other one. Hopefully the mic audio sounds good because I know I've been hearing people complain about the mic audio, which, trust me, I've heard it myself and it sounds like complete ass. But yeah, hopefully this thing doesn't bother you guys. And also another thing I wanted to say, if the video looks a little bit out of sync, like with the music and with my commentary and all that stuff, I'm sorry about that. I'm recording these things separately, not like the previous thing that I used, the software Logitech that records it all in one package, which is pretty nice. Hopefully not. I'll try my best to synchronize everything. But anyway, aside of all of that, let's get into the project. As I said previously, I did listen to the first two singles, and that apparently seems to be the first two tracks of the records. So I'm going to head to the third track, which is Sundown Town. Oh, this sample seems kind of lo-fi-ish. I like it.
Show today, I'm finna go get paid on the violent taste. So don't play that you want your grade couch. Then she put a shout.
This flow is tight as hell. So I'm presuming Sundown Town may be like the area where he is. Maybe that's what I was trying to say. Like maybe he was the product of Sundown Town. A quick commentary here. Whole I guess feeling of this track sort of reminds me like a Isaiah Rashad type of feeling. Like the beat overall reminds me of sort of something that Isaiah Rashad could easily fit in here. So yeah, that was Sundown Town. Honestly, I really don't know what to say at this track. As I was saying previously, this track seems to, I guess, talk more about the environment when he grew up. How he was adjusted to the guns, how he was adjusted to the violence around his area, his environment. And just keep in mind, this is literally coming from a newcomer. This is coming from someone who just is not accustomed to Vince Staples at all. And just heard him like a few times in like features and stuff like that. But yeah, this whole record is apparently 22 minutes long. I mean, honestly, I don't necessarily mind that. The track is pretty good. As I was saying, I like the beat. I like I like the sound aesthetically. I do like the lyrics, I do like the lyrics. It seems that he's been, I guess, evolving in some sort of sense. And yeah, I heard that Kenny Beats apparently has production credits on this record. Honestly, that's fantastic. I love Kenny's production. I love what he did with Denzel Curry and Unlocked. And I think he produced a track in that Kenny Mason project that came out, that Angelic Hood Rat mixtape, I think. I believe so. Yeah, Supercut too, something like that. I think he produced a track there, which was pretty good. Anyway, let's go to the next track titled The Shining. Probably gonna get some The Shining references. I actually haven't seen The Shining, surprisingly, and I've always wanted to see The Shining. But yeah, let's get into it. Why do I feel like it's not about the movie, it's just gonna be like actually shining? The air was pretty thick. I could be gone in the blink, I don't wanna leave. I don't know if I like this flow that much. I mean, I know that's sort of like Vince's style, but I don't know. This flow feels like a bit more monotone compared to his other flows, which I know are sort of monotone-ish. But I don't know. This one seems like a little bit more I don't know, I guess more monotone than monotone itself. Honestly, the track I guess was fine. I'm getting the sense that this record will be most, I don't know if like Vince Staples is known for this. Maybe I'll just aim more for bangers, more bops than I guess telling a conceptual storyline or message, which is completely fine. You know, as I said, I don't know anything that personally about Vince Staples or that much about Vince Staples. I just know a few things about Vince Staples. So far, it's not that bad. I wish maybe lyrically it can step it up, I guess, a bit more notches, maybe some more catchy choruses. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the next track. Let's go to the next track, which is titled "Taking Trips."
But it's leisure, real around the corner bleeder. Bounce out on them on artesian, now we got amnesia. Tripping,
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 tripping.
tripping. The location is the belly of the beast. Yeah, this shit get deadly. Hope you ready to decease.
Yes, I was Taking Trips. Honestly, that track was way better than The Shining. A much catchier chorus. I know that the chorus only said just tripping like 6 times or something like that, but honestly, that sounded, I guess, more catchy and more enthralling. What I could get from that track mostly was just taking trips, you know, having a fun ride, having liberty, doing what you want. It's really what I envisioned, because the whole sound for some reason reminds me of LA. I mean, I've never been to LA, but I guess sound like I don't know why, but just with LA and beaches and stuff like that, I get the urge that it's more like, I guess, out there, more summerish, since I mean it is July. But yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty decent. But yeah, anyway, moving on to the next track, The Apple and the Tree, which is literally just 1 minute. Brody got to hit us again with those smooth ass samples.
Angry. You know, sometimes when I got angry, I didn't think.
Right, so that was The Apple and the Tree. I don't know why, but that track gave me some Mama Talk type of vibes. You know, because like with Mama Talk, which was Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, Creator. About Tyler's mom talking about how she will do anything for Tyler, how she will defend him and be by his side and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm comparing this is because this track in particular, it's speaking more, I guess, about of his environment, and I guess how it was hard for him to get the environment, and how when you're in that environment and get accustomed to it, there are some consequences applied. I don't know if that's Vince's mom or something. I mean, there's like sort of sample of a girl talking throughout the record so far, so I don't know if that's Vince's mom or just somebody random that I guess is supposed to apply some sort of conceptual theme in this record. It's basically my first reaction, so not all the thoughts are going to be organized. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, after multiple listens, I'm pretty sure after this video is published, I might have a completely different opinion. I might understand the entire record better. Who knows? But as I said, this is my first reaction, first impressions. So yeah, anyway, next track, Take Me Home. Oh, okay, yeah, this vibe already. The guitar is smooth as hell.
Don't wanna die, but I will for the cause. Following my pride like them pills, y'all be
Following my pride like those pills that you want. Honestly, that's a bar, because you have so much pride taking those pills, and how you pretty good bar.
You high, but you hate feeling lost. I hate every time that you ask, can we? I don't wanna rebound, I just wanna sleep sound.
Honestly, I like what he's speaking on. You know, I want some peace. I don't want to cause more commotion. I want to cause more trouble. I just want to sleep sound. I want to sleep well. I want to keep things, you know, in good ties. I don't want anything bad to happen. I want, as he was saying, peace.
All these trips come with baggage, been all across this atlas, but keep coming back to this place cause the Tracklist. I preach what I practice, these streets all I know.
Yeah, as I was saying, how he was saying, you know, that what I preach, what I practice, and the streets are my home. You know, that's where I come from. That's basically what I know. That's what I call home. Every time I mention home, it's the streets. You know, I'm literally a product of that environment, as I was pointing out earlier.
Hey, please don't tell on me. Don't need no more felonies. All these broken memories. I be solo dolo, never know who working with police. When I hit the set, it's loaded. I don't know who envy me. I'm the only one who made it out. You remember me?
Okay, yeah, he's really going off in this track. Wow. This has to be probably the most impressive track of this whole bunch. Like how he's saying, you know, he has trust issues. He doesn't know if he can fully rely on his friends. Anything can really happen, and that's completely true. I can understand why people have trust issues. You don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you don't know if they're gonna turn their backs on you, or they're gonna trick you, or they're gonna try to kill you. You never know. And honestly, that sounds kind of terrifying. So far, I'm getting the grasp. There's sort of like a mini concept in this record, that he's a product of his environment, and these are the traumas and these are the consequences that I have from being in this environment, from being exposed to this environment and living here. That's what I can grasp so far. As I was saying, this is a first reaction. But yeah, I like it. You know, it's pretty clever so far.
Ooh, Only abide by my rules.
So yeah, that was Take Me Home. Honestly, this track was smooth, like the guitar samples. Honestly, the track was smooth. The guitar sample, I think it's a sample, was smooth as hell. That was like sort of flamboyant. I don't know why, but it's just sort of like beachy, flamboyant vibes. There's the vibes I'm getting throughout the whole record, but specifically in this track, I'm gonna get like these beachy, beautiful guitar chords. The drums and all, they went pretty hard. As I was saying, I think sort of like beachy vibe. Vince went more personal in this track. He seems more confident what he's speaking on. But yeah, we're apparently approaching the last like 3 tracks of this record. It's gone on pretty fast. But yeah, anyway, next track, Lil Fade. We're gonna get a banger.
Lil Fade, tripping, get your
I was right.
I was on the front lines. With it, so of course I ain't with it. So what's up with it?
Alright, so that was Lil Fade. Honestly, I think the track was a little bit underwhelming. I mean, it sort of like began with this sort of like the banger-esque type of feeling and vibe. But for some reason, this track really wasn't that much of a banger. It wasn't really that much of a bop. This didn't hit as hard as I would, I guess, predict or imagine. But honestly, that's fine. This track wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, really. I mean, it was pretty cool, like those little switch ups with the melody, that one segment. Anyway, moving on to the next track, Lakewood Mall.
Nigga, give it to
I'm assuming it's another
later on
interlude
that
track.
night.
Okay, so that was Lakewood Mall. I like what the track was, I guess, sort of communicating. The sample of the person that was talking, it was sort of like a warning, to put out, which I guess could be really a warning for anybody to be careful out there, because you never know what can happen. Now moving into the final track, which is MHM, or that's what I assume as you can say. But yeah, let's go. This flow is way better. Little switch up.
Couldn't give it up. Guess I got attached. Still without a scratch. Dad snitching niggas even got the water tap. Damn shit, cuz tell
That's
them
bar.
Yeah.
Nice ad-lib, actually. Right, so that was honestly, it's kind of like a weird closing track for this record. It's kind of like a weird closing track for this record. I find it to be pretty enjoyable. I think the was pretty cool. Sort of humorous and I guess sort of cool and brought a lot of energy to the track. But yeah, that was Vince Staples, the self-titled record. I honestly don't know what to really say regarding this record, or like, I guess like overall, because this record is just 22 minutes long. And Vince Staples has like some pretty short records that end up being pretty enjoyable and has aged pretty well apparently. Who knows? Maybe this record could be the same scenario. Maybe I'm wishing it is. But I guess so far from what I could say from this record is that, I don't know, for 3 or 4 years of waiting, I wasn't really waiting for this record since since I'm not like a huge fan of Vince Staples and I haven't really digged into his recent work or anything like that. But I have to say, I kind of expected a tiny bit more from this record. It's not a bad record at all. I think it's a pretty solid record. It's a pretty decent record. As I said earlier, there's conceptual themes. There's conceptual themes of admiring where you're from, the consequence where there is from your hood, what you represent as a person, the product, who you are, like sort of a product, themes like that, stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure this record wasn't aiming for a conceptual message. It was just mostly to have fun, I guess you could say. And honestly, if that was the point, it was like to have fun, sort of like what Tyler did in Call Me If You Get Lost. I don't have a problem with that. It's completely fine. I do admire, as I was saying earlier, I do admire the production value. I do admire how he tries to, I guess, become a little bit sharp with his wordplay, come up with some more fun, energetic, catchy choruses. Well, they're not that complex. They're sort of simple, and honestly, I'm okay with it. Well, there were some moments where I guess Vince was sort of like throwing things out a wall, hoping it would stick, and sometimes it was sort of like a hit or miss situation. I feel like this record overall is kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool, and I can see the replay value going on to this record aside of how short this record is. But I can see that this record can be a pretty fun record to listen to, mostly during summertime, considering how much of a summer-esque type of feeling this type of album has. For some reason, this whole like record runs just like people skating in Los Angeles and the beach. I don't know why, like that, like Venice Beach and just skating there, just walking there. I don't know why, but it's gonna sort of like vibe because of the production and the aesthetic of the whole record. I feel like in the future, like give it like maybe a few more weeks or a few more months, it's gonna grow. I mean, I'm gonna like it even more and appreciate it even more. But as I said, this is my first time listening to this record. As I said, this is my first time really listening to a whole record of Vince Staples, and these are my first impressions of this record. So yeah, what would I give this Vince Staples record? I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah, honestly, that's what I think of the record. What do you guys think of this record? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, if you enjoyed this reaction / review, leave a like as well. Consider subscribing for more content like this in the future, and also turn notification bell on so you don't miss an upload from me. And yeah, stay safe from COVID, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.